So we have been asking the question, when is... what was the question again this morning?
How late is too late?
How late is too late? And we wondered whether or not Paul Coia would make it here in time. Would he be early? Would he be late? It would appear as though Paul Coia does like to keep himself on time, because you've arrived bang on 8:30.
Thank you. Well, I've just come straight from a club. Obviously, I've been up all night reading.
He was actually he was 4 minutes early.
What's so funny about me going to a club? Why are you all laughing?
We all love bowling.
The one and only Paul Coia is here.
Yes.
He's in the building.
And
He's
he's
with us
no
this
deed.
morning. Nah, it's no deed. He's
No.
100% no deed. Lots of people did think you were deed before we tracked you down when you were on the radio with us about a month or so ago.
It was about a month ago. That's right, from my house,
That's
which
right.
was really nice. To just sort of stroll in there, waking up in my jammies, sitting there, having a great time. This is a bit different.
Yeah.
I've had to actually get up early and come in here.
Because you live in London, don't you?
I do, yeah.
And you were up in Scotland to do some work, and you were around, and you've popped in to see us.
I did. I was just across the road. I was doing a conference at the weekend, hosting a conference for a charity called Ataxia UK. That was so nice. But it's funny, when you're away for a while, you have to get used to the colloquialisms that
Yeah.
I've forgotten. I've forgotten that in Glasgow, we always put "so it is" or "so I am" at the end of every sentence.
Why?
You know, I'm in Glasgow, so I am. It's cold this morning, so it is. But now I can't stop doing it. It's really weird. And my wife's going, "Will you shut up? Speak proper."
And it's kind of strange having you here.
Why is that?
Because when you were working at STV, I was a wee boy.
Oh, stop this now.
But it's surreal. It's
You were
surreal.
just a late developer. Don't give me that nonsense.
But it's surreal, Paul, that you're stood here in front of me. I used to watch you on the telly. I used to hear you on the telly. My granny loved you.
Oh, bless. That's what I really want to hear. My granny loved you.
So far he's told you, we're glad you're not deed and my granny loved you.
Do you know,
I bet you're glad you came in.
You don't join the Samaritans, okay?
But it is an absolute delight to see you and to meet you. What's it like? I know it's a very different building because you were in Cowcaddens with STV, so you've not really had much in the way of an experience of working in this new building that's been here since the noughties. But what's it like walking back into an STV building again?
Truly, honestly, it's like coming home.
Does it?
I was just saying to Kat, your lovely producer, before we came into the studio, that I've been around STV, those three initials, since I was a baby, because when I was born, my dad was already a lighting director at STV. And so I used to go to the STV Christmas parties as a kid. Santa would come. It was one of the news presenters who pretended to be Santa's helper. Santa, the real Santa, obviously couldn't come. So I have been around STV all my life, and then I got a job there. I couldn't believe it, and it was so it's like coming home.
And there was so many TV shows that you've been on. I had a little look through Wikipedia. I'm like, gosh, you've been about, which is
A lot of women say that to me.
in the nicest possible way. But the Paul Coia show was the one that I remember, because you had your own chat show, didn't you?
I did 3-4 series or something. The first was made by STV, and the other two STV made at Grampian. And the review of the first Meet Paul Coia, I remember we recorded them, and then I had to go to the States for some reason. And somebody sent me over the review of the first show. They had forgotten the soundtrack. So I walked out in silence to no applause whatsoever on the telly. And then suddenly it all fell apart. And the review from, I'll never forget it, the Daily Record's TV critic was, "Meet Paul Coia. No thanks." That was it.
That was the review.
That was the end. So I thought, oh, that's it. It's all over. But then, thankfully, STV, I don't know whether I got away with it or they just didn't read the review, so we got another
It got
series.
better. Who were your favourite guests? Do you have anyone that stands out?
Well, lots of them stand out for very different reasons. I'm not going to mention the actress's name, so I say that right up front. But somebody from Balamory was on as a guest, a lovely Scottish actress who, for reasons I've no idea about, after the show, just decided to flash me. I have no idea why. So you don't forget that. Somebody from Balamory doing that, right? So that's...
I'm actually best mates with PC Plum, so I'm going to actually get the lowdown in this.
Can we phone him? We need to get him on
Find
the
out
phone.
Miss Hooley's been.
Can I say for the record, it wasn't PC showing his plum.
It wasn't.
was not PC plum.
Wow. That's an adult version of the show that we've not seen.
No.
But our director was a guy, I love the guy called Jim Brown, and Jim had this, he thought he was in Hollywood, so he had this largesse, he had the, open coffers. So I remember one of the McGann brothers, one of them's still in Call the Midwife, he plays the doctor, right? But his brother was up, he was appearing in some comedy show on the telly, and we did the show, and then Jim said, I like you. Do you want to hang around for a few days? So this guy, every day we went in to record the rest of the series, this guy was hanging about.
Just there.
Having his, the bottle of champagne and everything. It was surreal. And then, when that's going on, and now my next guest spit the dog. And there it is.
This was.
Surreal. Wonderful, but surreal. Very kindly, Colin Gilbert, the producer, asked me to play a tour guide. So the storyline was that Rab and family had won a trip to Spain, and they took along the neighbours, and they get there, and there's this, it's a bit typecasting, this obnoxious travel guide played by me, who was so condescending and just thought that the scum of the earth had arrived, and that he was going to catch something off them. It was almost like that, and we just had a hoot. It was just fantastic. One thing that really sticks out in my mind was to record a bus journey up from Palma to Dea. And we had to do it like 5 or 6 times with me standing as the tour guide doing the, and on the left you'll see, and on the right. And for some reason we only had one camera, so we had to keep moving the cameras. So they say, do it again. Now you try standing up in front of Gregor Fisher,
Elaine C. Smith, yeah.
All of them,
Tony Roper.
Tony Roper, and trying to keep them entertained for 5 or 6 journeys up and down that flipping hill. Oh my God! I must have been singing. I don't know what.
You
the heck I
earned
did.
your fee that day.
Oh, did I not just? But we got nominated for the Golden Rose of Montreux, and we were runner-up, so we all got a nice certificate, which is lovely.
Fabulous.
Which is hanging in my office at home.
Do you have a specific highlight of your career when you look back at what you did while in Scotland, working STV, working at the BBC, doing all that stuff?
It's got to be pulling Debbie Greenwood.
Excuse me, she pulled me.
Did she?
Oh, absolutely.
Right, how did that come
How
about?
did yeah, because she was a
Because
total
it came
pin-up as
about
well.
No, it came about because she's not fussy. That's why. We were asked to work together on a programme. Long story short, I did a pilot show for the Beeb with another presenter, and the controller of BBC Two said, like the show, Coia gets away with it, but I'm not in favour of the woman, so let's get another woman to present it. I didn't know who I was going to be working with. Turned up for rehearsals, and there was this Debbie Greenwood there, and that's how we met. We worked together.
So had the original woman got the job, you and Debbie Greenwood are
We
not a thing
probably
today.
never have met.
Nah.
And see, because it's obviously these things are based on chemistry. Do you know what I mean? You have to get on with
Yeah,
the person.
yeah.
Did you fancy each other straight away?
I think she thought I was a bit odd when she'd seen me. She said, what she will tell you, she'd seen me on this programme called Pebble Mill at One I used to do, and she used to think, how can anyone get away with wearing clothes like that? He must be odd, genuinely. When I met her, I just thought, whoa, yeah, fancy her. So no, I wouldn't say that she had love at first sight. No, definitely not.
You grew on her, yes.
Well, yeah,
Sort
but
of.
like fungus, yeah. Yes, I did.
We tracked him down last month. I can't even remember why we were talking about Paul Coia.
I can't remember.
It was Sunita and So Macho.
Yes, and we got a message from somebody in Paul Coia. You played that in the local nightclub.
Nightclub.
Was it.
right.
That's
Well,
how
I
it
was- all right,
started.
yeah,
And that's how it
yeah.
started.
Yeah.
I thought, well, where is Paul Coia? What's he getting up to now? And a lot of people did say, is he still with us? So we had to confirm or deny that. And we found you and we spoke to you from your house. And now you're here.
We now have living proof.
Yes, he's here.
This is amazing when you say this, we tracked him down. It sounds like I'm living on an island somewhere in a castle surrounded by barbed wire. I'm just in my house in London
Loads of questions coming in for you, Paul. So the first one from Ross. I used to love Paul on the radio. Do you still keep in contact with any of your old pals?
Yes, I do. In fact, my longest lasting pal from those days, I met at hospital radio before both of us joined radio. Am I right to mention the names of other stations?
Yes, not a problem.
Right, Radio Clyde. And that was Ross King. So Ross and I still speak every week by telephone because he's obviously in the
You're
States
still in
now.
contact.
Yeah, of
Aye,
course.
still good pals.
In fact, we did a show together. We recorded it, him in LA, me in London, for Hospital Radio Glasgow for Christmas, just playing hits
Oh,
and
brilliant.
things. Yeah, so that was nice to be back presenting together.
Goodness, you pair must have some tales.
Funnily enough,
The laugh says it all, Paul Coia.
somebody asked me this the other day about the most ridiculous thing that the two of us got up to, and I had done this TV show called The Holiday Show, and so somebody gave me a trip for two to Turkey. Great, lovely. So I said to Ross, do you want to go? Yep. He comes down to London. We go to the airport. Long story short, we missed the plane, right? But our luggage had gone.
You'd one job.
I know, exactly. How thick can we be?
The luggage has gone ahead of you.
Exactly.
Okay.
So we come back to my flat in London. The airlines say they're going to ring us. It took 2 days with no clothes or anything like that. And eventually we get back. We fly to Turkey. We arrive at 6 o'clock in the morning. The baggage place isn't even open. So the tourist buses there says, we're not waiting for you. We're off. We had to wait till 9 o'clock. We got our luggage. How do we get to the resort? The only way was on a public bus. We got on the bus and it was market day and everyone's got literally pigs and chickens beside us, right? And the smell was unbelievable. So Ross and I going, and we're 2 hours later. Don't feel very well, do you? No. So we're there for a week, and the two of us got the runs for the whole week.
Oh.
Couldn't leave the bedroom, and then we flew home. So we missed 2 days of our holiday.
Happy days.
Caught something off the chickens and the pigs. We came home. Some holiday that.
And see, when you look back at the amount of people you worked with at STV, the likes of Shireen Nanjiani, etc., do you still keep in contact with anyone from back in the day at STV?
Shireen, I haven't seen for ages. I do follow her on social media, but I haven't seen her for ages and ages. Back in the day at STV, when I joined as an announcer, there were loads of guys there that, Tony Curry, for instance, who taught me how to be a continuity announcer, he lives in Lismore. I keep in touch with him, and when he was last down in London, we went for dinner. So some of them, absolutely, yeah.
I'm trying to start a one-woman campaign to bring back Taggart in some shape or form. Would you like to join me?
Oh, yeah. I did a special telethon edition of Taggart with Claire Grogan and somebody else. And we just had to be very thoughtful police people. I wore the police uniform. It was fantastic. Wow. Really great. Yeah, let's bring back Taggart. There's been a murder.
There's a question here from Karen. I love Paul Coia. I'm delighted you've got him on the show with you this morning. I quite like the idea of Paul and Kat on the radio together in the future.
Ewan, you're done. You're toast. See, it was because that thing about I used to watch you when I was in nappies, you know. I mean, incidentally, how come you look 20 years older than I do then, if that's true?
By the way, there's a few messages saying that. So here's another one from Gordon. He says, "Morning, Paul. I'm asking for a friend. Can you give any top tips on how to be a proper breakfast radio DJ?"
Oh. How do I diplomatically get out of this? Follow what Kat and Ewan are doing, absolutely to the letter, and then do the opposite. How's that?
It's been an absolute delight.
Oh, pleasure's mine.
You enjoyed it?
Very, very much.
Here's a question for you.
We haven't discussed the fee, have we?
Yes, your fee is a rolling square sausage.
Oh,
did you not get the small
do you know
print?
what? That's priceless. I'll have
Aye.
that.
Here's a question for you. You've been down in London for many, many years.
Yeah.
Would you consider working back in Scotland again, or you quite
Debbie
happy
and I
to-
were talking about this yesterday, that we would move to Glasgow. I'm saying not back to Glasgow for Debbie, she's from Liverpool, but we'd come back here in an instant if it wasn't for the weather. The weather is so cold and wet, and I'd forgotten about that. Down in London, you can't, like, we haven't had rain in London, and this is a real downside for about 2 months. I'm thinking of putting the sprinkler on the lawn, genuinely. Mm-hmm. And I will love and defend Glasgow forever and ever and ever, but Work doesn't bring me here, and the weather doesn't bring me here. Family does.
But have you seen how beautifully green Scotland is?
Oh, it is, of course.
Lush.
Exactly. I love it. I love it. I love it. And I could put up with that, but
Debbie, no.
Yeah.
Debbie's not
Oh.
a fan of the cold.
Here's a message that's come in from Jeanette, and she's actually sent in a picture. You need to come over to my screen and
Okay.
see this, Paul.
Yeah.
She said, "This is at a charity football match when I was 17. I'm 64 now, and that's you and Debbie.
Oh, wow.
You're just a boy there, are you not?"
How old would you be there?
Flipping heck, I don't know.
You've got a good head of
19,
hair.
18. What are you inferring I haven't now?
no.
I noticed you always wear a cap. Are you hiding something?
No, but you've got like a proper thick mane there in that picture.
I have.
Jet black.
Is it actually you?
Well, thank you very much. It is me. Thank you for sending that in. That's what a lovely memento from
Isn't that
however
nice?
long
And then Gemma said, "I remember Paul. He came to visit my school in Cumbernauld with Isla St Clair. You must have been
the
doing some
lovely
tour
Isla.
back in the day."
Oh gosh, Isla was so nice. You know, how somehow you meet people and you just think you're exactly what you are on screen. She was like that, just so nice.
Paul Coia, it has been an absolute pleasure, my friend.
Believe
Honestly,
me.
we've thoroughly enjoyed it. We're happy to find you. And then
Exhume me.
Yeah.
I mean,
you
that
so
was
much.
tough, but it was worth it.
Oh no, great. Thank you very much.
But final message from Johnny just says, "Hire that man new for a regular guest slot. Loving his stories."
would
So
you
there
do a
go.
guest slot on STV Radio?
Oh, of course.
Well, a wee Christmas special or
If our,
something.
if our bosses got in contact with you, I know
course.
we're putting you on the spot here live on the radio, but if our bosses contact you, say, Paul, do you fancy coming back and doing some guest spots?
I'm not like a shot, obviously, but check with them first before you start. They might be saying over my dead body, but yes.
Not again. We brought you back once.
Give it up for the one and only Paul Coia!
It's been a pleasure. Thank you all very much.
Cheers, bud. Much appreciated.